So let's talk about the first diss song.
The disses.
The disses. Yeah, that's what used to make rap so good, man.
Yeah,
like,
man.
you know, the diss tracks and reading the subliminals in there. I mean, right. So let's talk about the first one. Pull your whole card.
Pull your whole card. Pull your whole card was just a response actually to a mixtape, because me and Cube were shooting shots at each other on some mixtapes, and he had did a mixtape on Crazy Tunes. Rest in peace, Crazy Tune. Where he was kind of clapping back on me about pull your whole card, got one up your sleeve or something like that. So we were shooting little shots back and forth, and it's just some immature ego piss contest, you know what I'm saying? So after he responded to the pull your whole card with the mixtape, the Crazy Tune mixtape, that's what made me go to the lab and do the whoop whoop. Whoop whoop, man, is just it was really a response to me being offended about Westside Connection, because prior to that, myself, my cousin D-Dog from 11-8 and Red Rum from Inglewood, we had a group called the Universal Soldiers. It was Blood, Crip, and Black. You know what I'm saying? I was the black, you know, he was the red, and my cousin was the blue. Same image and all that Mac 10, Dub C, and Cube did, right? So that, along with, you know, the disagreements or whatever that I had with Cube, and me and Mac 10 was cool. Like, you know, Mac 10 was, you know, trying to get on at that time, and Cube was kind of playing him a certain kind of way. You know, and he kind of expressed his dissatisfaction with that. I was like, I got you, man. I got a song I'm doing called Pull Your Whole Card, and then after that, you know, I got you, Mac. I'm messing with you. So after that, for whatever reason, maybe Cube got wind of it or whatever. So he winded up putting Mac on heavy and doing a group with him and this and that. So I wasn't feeling that, and you know, I told Mac, like, nigga, you told old boy such and such and such, and you know, we ran into each other in traffic. He's like, nigga, I ain't tell that nigga that, like, you know what I'm saying, this and that, you know. So he kept it 100, but still I wasn't feeling it, you know what I'm saying. So since you know, y'all niggas stole my little thing, I'm finna steal this whoop whoop. I know that's a blood thing, but yeah, you know, it's not against the Bloods. This is against y'all. Like, I'm shooting shots at y'all. That's why I'm saying, was he the only one dissing, or y'all were too? We can all go head up on pay-per-view. Like, this was against that group. This wasn't against the Bloods that really was whooping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was a personal shot. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew, you know, he was on that page, on that. So, but after that, you know, me and Mac and Solo, you know, we was hooking up, and that's what. After that chain, that, you know, that W chain incident and all of that, and yeah, I ain't gonna go into that really, but because we was all kind of like laughing about it, like, you know what I'm saying. You
talking about the incident where Solo knocked him out?
Me, Solo, and Mac, like, you know, because Mac was like, you know, I'm gonna get the chain back, you know, get this dude his chain back, and you know, and we like, nah, you know what I'm saying, nah, because there's principles involved, but. We was all laughing about it. It wasn't that it was an anti-Cube thing, like, but Mac was like, y'all niggas crazy, y'all Eastside niggas crazy. I was like, nigga, y'all niggas crazy, nigga, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was respect like that, and we wasn't stepping on his politics and his loyalty to Cube and all that. Like, nah, it just is what it is, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got more history with Cube than you do, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, so it was just that kind of thing. It was a sticky, tricky little situation or whatever and shit. But it wasn't until Minister Farrakhan and, you know, and Mustafa, his son, sat me down and told me, you know, stand down. You know what I'm saying? Then okay, well, I'm out of it. And then we made up after that. Like, we went to Minister Farrakhan's house. Me, Cube, Shorty, you know, Fat Joe, a few people. Like, it was a peace something. It was a squashing, you know, and we made some promises or what. I kept my promises, but he didn't really keep his, you know, according to what was said. So, but we just left it like that. But my promise wasn't to him. My promise was to my leader, my chief, my commander in chief, which is Minister Farrakhan. So I told him I wouldn't continue to do this against dude, and that's how that stopped. He stopped it.
Do you feel like your affiliation with the NOI has hurt your career?
It hurt my music career. It hurt my manhood career.
No, I'm sorry, your music career.
My music career. But music career is ran by suckers anyway.
Yeah,
it's ran by, you know, no disrespect, but it's ran by immoral weaklings. I just say that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that's not what I'm trying to impress. I'm not trying to be that. I'm trying to represent the struggle of people that have been enslaved for 400 years and oppressed for 464 years. I don't care about who runs the industry.
Yeah.
So of course, yeah, okay, whatever. That's like Malcolm X or Marcus Garvey or anybody. J. Edgar Hoover, they're gonna be against you. Muhammad Ali, they're against me. All right, you're not ruining my testicle career.
Yeah. So today, what's your feelings on hip hop today?
Hip hop today has been hijacked and conquered, by the people that write the checks, by those weak moral characters who run the industry, who own these labels and own these radio stations. So it don't mean that that's what hip hop is conquered, but mainstream commercial hip hop is definitely conquered. But fortunately, we got the internet. Fortunately, we got social media. So you can still put out real raw, messages and prolific and thought-provoking stuff, and you don't have to be at the mercy of what these labels want to do with it or what they don't want to do with it. Some A&R that ain't never lived a life. They ain't never struggled, never suffered, never been in the hood. So you got to make your choice today. It's like a valley of decision. Do I want to go for the bag, this mainstream commercial bag, or do I want to do it the old-fashioned way, the home-cooked meal way, and it's going to take way longer, but it's going to be more satisfying and healthy once you get it?
Yeah.
So that's what it is, the immediate bag or the home-cooked, healthy bag that's going to take way longer and way more effort to cook up. McDonald's or home cooking.
Yeah.
That's really what McDonald's gonna feed you right now, but it's gonna get you sick.
Yeah.
Home cooking and shit is gonna take a long time, but it's gonna be healthy for you. It's gonna last. So that's the career choices of people that's trying to do hip hop today.
Yeah. So what's KAM in the future?
KAM in the future, I'm doing books. I'm an author now.
Okay.
I'm writing movies too, but I'm an author. I just finished my first book I ever wrote, and it's a relationship book. And it's called War in Your Heaven. It's talking about the black man's relationship problems with his black woman today and the feared solutions. Because before you can even get to rap and money and the bag and all of that, everything, your real wealth is your family.
Yeah.
Your real wealth is what's going on in your household, your children, your wife, your woman, your bedroom, you know what I'm saying? Because success and all that, like in some old school movie, Mahogany with Billy D. Williams and Diana Ross, success ain't nothing if you ain't got somebody that you love to share it with. If you ain't got no family to share this so-called success and bag and fame and all that with, you an empty person. You a shell. You a hollow person. You're not fulfilling your real purpose. You know what I'm saying? And we learned that in the ghetto. We got real love when we poor. It's 5 people in one pissy mattress bed and shit. We poor. We don't got no money, but we got each other.
Yeah.
You don't think that's the real wealth until you get out here and really taste this other shit that's supposed to be luxury and that's supposed to be high class and high end and celebrity fame and stardom and all of that. That shit is bullshit. I'm telling you what I know. I know all these top celebrities, they be miserable.
Yeah.
They don't got no character, you know what I'm saying? Because they believing in the bag, they believing in the fame. They wishing that they wasn't fame. They wish they can go back to just having that real love, because once you got money and fame like that, you don't know who with you for what. You're not with me because you really love me. Yeah. You with me for this bag. You with me for this fame. So I learned that through this whole thing, that the real wealth is your family.
Yeah.
A loving family, period. It's all said and done. When you taking your last breath, it don't care. It don't matter how much money you accumulate. That money ain't finna. You ain't gonna hold that money hand and on your last breath. You want your family there. You want somebody that loves you that's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we all got to check out like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you got money but no family, you poor as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But if you got family and no money, you might be the richest man on earth. So don't ever sacrifice your family for the bag. Don't ever put your family on the back burner chasing some fucking bag. Don't ever do that. Ever do that. Stay poor. Just die poor with a loving family. Just be poor if that's what you got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about your brother real quick, Young Bruh.
Yeah, Young Bruh.
Young Bruh. How did Young Bruh get his? How did he get his name, Young Bruh?
Because that actually came from the Quran and the Bible. Because I kind of like represent. I saw myself early on as Joseph in the Bible and the Quran, you know, and his brothers sold him out. You know what I'm saying? They saw his potential, or whatever, and they sold him out. And he went through a whole lot of persecution by his own brothers, the envy of his own brothers, because he had a certain gifts and talent, and he was able to see and interpret visions and dreams and shit like that. And he also, out of all of his brothers, it was another, his younger brother, his young brother, you know what I'm saying, had a similar gift. But the rest of his brothers didn't really have that gift. So my little brother, Marcus, you know what I'm saying, I gave him that name, Young Bruh, because he represented, like, and the young brother of Joseph's name was Benjamin. So I gave him that rap name because I recognized that in him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
he got the name Young Bruh strictly from, you know, me understanding something about the Bible and the Quran, and like, this is my young bruh right here. He fulfills that, like, he's coming up in that same lane. He ain't suffering exactly what I suffer, but he's suffering because he's seen me suffer. He's seen what I went through with Cube and all these, the industry and the enemies and all of that.
Yeah.
And his warrior spirit came up. He wanted to fight for his brother. I'm like, no, you'll get your chance.
Yeah.
So I gave him the name Young Bruh because I recognized him as Joseph, you know, that was being persecuted by his own people, his own brothers, and sold out. You know what I'm saying? You gonna come up behind me and do what I wasn't able to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what that.
I was telling Wyatt, like, I was talking to him one day and I was flipping through the gram and I saw this song. And it was like, I was catchy. It was Fear of a Black Fist.
Yeah.
And I watched the video. I'm like, man, this is dope. And then I was, and Big Y was like, man, I'm in that video.
Yeah, in that one. He's the main feature.
And he's like, that's my little homie. That's Cam's brother. I go, really?
Yeah.
And so anybody watching this show, I definitely go check out Young Bruh, Fear of a Black Fist, and go out there and support him. But yeah, I saw that, man. I'm like, man, that is dope. That is dope.
It's dope. And once again, like I told you earlier, you know, as I close my conclusion, like, I'm a member, and me and Young Bruh, members of the Nation of Islam, you know, down there 30 years for myself. And for all of the people that be claiming and trying to throw that propaganda out there like they hate white people and all of that, the Prophet of Islam, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, of Arabia, we in the Nation of Islam understand and know and understand and embrace him. He was a white man. He was a white Arab. So, and the man that we recognize as Mahdi, or the Savior that taught Elijah Muhammad, he was half original. His mother was a pure white woman from the Caucasus Mountain region, and his father was a black Arab. And he was made of two people, those two extreme people, black and white, so he can give justice to both of them.
Yeah.
So it's not no hate white people. We hate devil. You should hate, everybody should hate evil.
Yeah.
Everybody should hate devil.
Yeah, yeah.
But my nephews and family members is lighter than white people. Their skin is whiter than white people, you know what I'm saying? So it's not about the color of nobody's skin. We proved for 400 years that we don't got no problem worshiping and loving white Jesus or white people. We worship white people. But it's time to worship right people, not white people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to put that out there because, you know, like I said, Prophet Muhammad, that's why they got a problem in white America and a lot of in Europe and all, they got a problem with Islam because they know that the Prophet of Islam was white. And he eliminates all their excuses. You know, he proves that white people can fight the weakness of their own nature and become holy, but they don't want to do that war. A lot of them don't want to do that war. Only through hip hop, white people that grew up with black people and understand that there ain't no racism, they way closer to being holy than these so-called holy, righteous, political white people. You know what I'm saying? Racism exists. You know what I'm saying? That shit is real. But from my personal experience, the best of white people is the ones that's among us in this street shit, in this hip-hop street shit. You know what I'm saying? So call it what you want to call it, but it's going to prove to be true.
Well, no, man, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you coming out here, and we know you had a long drive, man, and and thanks for bearing with me with this coughing, you know, and we'll close out. But again, thank you, Cam, and
thank you,
anything you want the viewers check out, any of your books.
Like I said, War in Your Heaven is coming out this March. War in Your Heaven is a relationship book. And I'm giving up bars for my brothers that ain't able to really defend themselves. I'm the Johnny Cochran of relationships for y'all. And y'all can you know, follow me at warinyourheaven.com. That's the website for the book. And follow me on all the social media, West Coast KAM at everything, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, you know, Twitter, West Coast KAM, K-A-M. There you go, West Coast. This your brother Cam, and y'all are now tuned in to Urban City TV, West Coast official.